Hey everyone, how's it going? Azrin here, owner of the Calgary Language Nerds, and welcome to today's Learn Gujarati with Me podcast episode and YouTube video. Today we're going to keep going through our really high frequency words. Um, let's dive in. Let me share my screen and we'll begin. So last time we left off at number 100, which was the word for star. So today we'll begin with pavan. Pavan is the word for wind. Aje pavan thando che. The wind is cold today. Aje pavan thando che. Or Aje bo pavan che. There's a lot of wind today. Aje bo pavan che. Next one is jhad. Jhad is a word we've covered in passing before, which means tree. So ajhad motu che. Ajhad motu che. This tree is big. Easy peasy. Jhad par pakshi betu che. Or if we even simplified it, we could even get rid of betu. Jhad par pakshi che. There is a bird on the tree. Jhad par pakshi betu che, or jhar par pakshi che. We haven't talked about this in a while. Just remember that this letter here, da is often pronounced as ara. Ara as in like, I'll just type the letter on the screen here. Ara like this letter, like in the word nerd, right? Nerd. Often da and ara are pronounced the same way. That's particularly the case at the ends of words, like in jhad, or in the middle of words as well. So jhad or gadi, for example, is often pronounced gadi, not gadi. Number 103, ful. Ful is flower. Ful sundar che. The flower is beautiful. Or bagichama ghana fulo che. Bagichama ghana fulo che. Bagicho, by the way, we don't have it. I don't think I have it in this document, but bagicho is a garden, right? I'll type it for you here. Bagicho. Bagicho is a garden. So bagicha ma ghana fulo che. There are many flowers in the garden. Next one here is the word for fruit. Fruit is fad. Fad. Mane fad bhave che. Mane fad bhave che. I like fruits. By the way, there's two ways to say like in Gujarati. One of them is game che. So mane, I don't know, mane maru ghar game che. I like my house. But when we talk about food and drink, we're not going to use game che, we use bhave che. Like saying I like the taste of fruits, something like that. So mane fad bhave che. I like fruits. Kedu ek fad che. Banana is a fruit. Kedu ek fad che. A fad mithu che. A fad mithu che. This fruit is sweet. A fad mithu che. Mithu we're going to see much later on. I think it's like 200 words ahead, something like that. But mithu is the word for the word for sweet. Okay, moving on here. The word for animal. Animal is prani. Prani. Kutro ek paltu prani che. Kutro ek paltu prani che. Paltu prani is going to be new for you. So prani is an animal. Paltu prani is a domestic animal. Or in more simple terms, paltu prani is a pet. So kutro ek paltu prani che. The dog is a domestic animal. The dog is a pet. Bagicama koi prani nathi. Or we can even simplify the sentence. Bagicama prani nathi. There are no animals in the garden. Bagicama prani nathi. Yeah, let's just make a simpler one. There aren't animals in the garden. Bagicama prani nathi. Number 106 is bird, pakshi. So chakli nanu pakshi che. Chakli is a sparrow. Pakshi is a bird. So chakli nanu pakshi che. The sparrow is a small bird. Pakshio akashma ure che. Pakshio is birds in the plural. Pakshio akashma ure che. Birds are flying in the sky. Okay, we have kutro, which is dog. Let's do this really fast. This one's easy. Kutro prani che. The dog is an animal. Bare kutro beseche. There is a dog. Oh, sorry, bhaseche. Sorry, bhaseche. A dog is barking outside. Amaro kutro che. This is my dog. Biladi, number 108, is cat. We've done biladi a lot. Biladi dud pive che. The cat is drinking milk. Mari pase biladi che. I have a cat. Biladi table niche che. The cat is under the table. Horse is goro. Goro. So goro dore che. The horse is running. Raja pase safed ghoro. Sorry, Raja pase safed ghoro hato. The king had a white horse. Raja is the word for king. Safed ghoro is a white horse. These are all pretty easy words today. Like there's nothing really crazy difficult today, I find. Ek ghora par betho che. Ek ghora par betho che. He is sitting on a horse. Okay, next we have kapra. Kapra is the word for clothes. Main nava kapra kharidya. Main nava kapra kharidya. I bought new clothes. Kharidya is the past tense of the word for buy. So main nava kapra kharidya. A kapra sukai gaya che. So this is possibly a new word for you here. Sukai gaya. Actually, don't have this word anywhere else in the document. Sukai javu means to dry. So sukai gaya, they have become dried. That's something. It's like saying that. Yeah, that's that. Okay, body parts are ang. So for example, ank sharirnu mahatvanu ang che. Ooh, tricky sentence here. Ank, let's do this one slower. Ank sharirnu. So eyes are of the body, like of the body. Mahatvanu, we're going to see much later as well. Mahatvanu means important. So ank sharirnu mahatvanu ang che. It's an important part of the body. Ank sharir nu mahatvanu ang che. This nu and sharir nu means like of the body. The eyes are the body. Eyes are the body's important part, something like that. Sharirna darek angnu kam alag hoy che. Sharirna darek angnu kam alag hoy che. This is also a trickier sentence. Let's do this one slower. Sharir is body again. So sharir is body. This na is again kind of like that apostrophe s. So the body's darek ang. So the body's every part. Nu again is at apostrophe s. So sharina darek ang nu kam. So the work of every part of the body. Alag hoy che. Alag means different. So every part of the body is a different job. Something like that. Sharina darek ang nu kam alag hoy che. Okay, moving on. Okay, number 112 here is the word for thought or idea. So vichar, or people often, honestly, I should probably just like delete this, but I just idea, like the English word with Gujarati spelling, which honestly, I could probably just delete that, frankly. So vichar is the Gujarati word for thought or idea. Maro ek vichar che. I have an idea. We said this like 3 or 4 episodes ago. When you have something that's intangible, sometimes in Gujarati, they're not going to say mari pase. Like mari pase is usually how you say I have. So you don't often say mari pase vichar che. You would just say maro, my one idea is. That's how they say that with a lot of intangible things. That's sometimes how they say that. So maro ek vichar che, I have an idea. Saro vichar che. This is a good thought, or this is a good idea. તમે શું વિચાર કરો છો? What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? You could, by the way, vicharvu. It's not really. It might be in here somewhere. I can't remember. But the verb vicharvu is a verb, which means to think. So I could say, for example, tame shu vicharo cho. That's a synonym of this one here. What are you thinking? Tame su vicharo cho. Like, what are you thinking? Right? What are you thinking about? Okay, next one here. The word for love is prem. Mata barakne prem kare che. The mother loves her child, loves the child. Hu tane prem karu chu. I love you. Word for anger is gusso. Gusso karvo saro nati. Gusso karvo saro nati. Doing angry or doing anger or getting angry is not good. Ene bo gusso avio. એને બહુ ગુસ્સો આવ્યો. He got very angry. Next one here is nature. Nature is prakruti. I'll say it slowly. Prakruti. Prakruti. Prakruti bau sundar che. Nature is very beautiful. Prakriti. Oh my god. Now I'm getting tongue tied. Prakrut. Oh my goodness. How embarrassing. Prakruti nu. There we go. Rakshan. Rakshan karvu જોઈએ. પ્રકૃતિનું રક્ષણ કરવું જોઈએ. Rakshan is not a crazy. Oops, sorry. There we go. Rakshan is not a crazy common word. Rakshan karvu means like to protect. Rakshan karvu જોઈએ means should protect. So prakruti nu rakshan karvu જોઈએ. So the protection of the nature should be done. A map is naksho. Naksho kya hai? Where's the map? Naksho table par hai. Oh, there's a mistake here. There we go. Naksho table par hai, and the map is on the table. Khajano naksho. Not really a sentence, just a thing. Khajano naksho means a treasure map. Okay. Next one here is dar or beak. They're kind of the same thing. Dar or beak, and they mean fear. Mane dar lage hai. I'm scared. You could say mane beak lage hai. That's also fine too. For example, down here, tamne kem beak lage hai. Why are you scared? The word for joy or happiness is anand. You're not going to, honestly, actually, as I'm looking at this word now, honestly, so a little fun tangent. When you look at popular languages like English or French, like widely learned languages, you often can just literally buy a frequency dictionary that tells you exactly in a very scientific way what is the most common word, what's the second most common, third most common. Gujarati doesn't have that I've been able to find. So I've pretty much done it manually, and I've been using like different online resources to figure out what would be common. What's like, is this really the 100th most common word? As I'm looking at like this word here, I actually doubt that this word anand is really the 118th most common word. I feel like it's actually further down the list. It probably should be like number 500 or something like that. But anyway, it's here, so we will do it. Aje bo anandno divas che. So today is a day of great joy. Aje bo anandno divas che, right? Jivan anandthi jivo. Live life with joy. I don't even know what the heck is going on here. There's like, let's just delete a bunch of this. There's a bunch of typos there. Okay, there we go. So yeah, that's the word for joy or happiness. I'd say more joy is probably the more accurate translation, but could be happiness too. Ask or inquire is let's leave it as ask. To ask is puchfu. Puchfu. To ask. Ene manek prashna puchyo. Ene manek prashna puchyo. He asked me a question. Ene mane ek prashna puchyo. Prashna, I think we saw last time. Prashna is a question. So yeah. કોઈને પૂછ્યા વગર અંદર ના જાઓ. કોઈને what the heck? There we go. કોઈને પૂછ્યા વગર અંદર ના જાઓ. Don't go inside without asking anyone. Like you need to ask for permission first. Puchya vagar. I'm not going to go through too much grammar in these videos, but puchya vagar, you can kind of just memorize that as a phrase for now. It just means like without asking. Puchya vagar. It's always puchya vagar without asking. Okay. Okay. Next one here is to help as a verb, which is madad. Well, let's leave help actually is just leave like that madad. Usually you're gonna have madad plus the verb karvu if it's a verb. For example, I don't know if I have. Yeah, we do here. So for example, if we look at the second one, e hamesha garibone madad kare che. You do the help, right? So he always does the help for the poor. E hamesha is the word for always. Garibo is poor people. So hamesha garibo ne, to the poor people. Madad kare che. He does the help. He helps them or she helps them. Mane tamari madad જોઈએ છે. I want your help. Mane tamari madad જોઈએ છે. Remember we saw this earlier. જોઈએ છે is like want. Oh, actually this is need. Sorry, want. There we go. I want your help. જોઈએ છે is like want. Mane tamari madad જોઈએ છે. To put is a verb. So to put is mukvu. Mukvu. Pustak table par muko. Put the book on the table. Tamaro saman ahi muki do. Tamaro saman ahi muki do. Muki do, by the way, is pretty much the same as just like muko. If I just had muko, for example, same thing. Muki do, muko, same thing. This is muki do is just more of a compound verb. But it combines mukvu and devu. Devu is not something we've seen. Devu is like uh Devu is something like it's kind of like give, but there's a little nuance and I can't quite figure out on the spot. It's like hand over, maybe, like to hand something over. So put it, yeah, mukido is the same as muko, same thing. Mukido, muko, same thing. Beautiful, sundar. We've seen this a lot. Sundar. Bagicho khub sundar che. This garden is very beautiful. Ene ek sundar chitra doryu. He or she drew a very beautiful picture. Long or tall is lambu. Arasto khub lambo che. This road is very long. Arasto khub lambo che. Chokro khub lambo che. The boy is very tall. He's very long, right? The word for room, you could just say room if you want. That's fine. But the actual Gujarati word is ordo. 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 Ordo khub moto che. This room is very big. Here we go. E potana oradama bhane che. E potana oradama bhane che. We'll slow down a little bit here. So potana means like your own. So like potani gadi, his or her own car. Potanu ghar, his or her own house. Potano ordo, his or her own room. Okay, so e potana ordama bhane che, studying in his own room. Ordani bari khuli rakcho. Keep the window of the room open. Ordani bari khuli rakcho. We saw this jo ending last time, I believe. Jo is like a polite command. So like rakjo, karjo, kajo, pijo. These are all like polite commands. You're telling someone to do something, but just in a polite way. Samajvu is to understand as a verb. So હું તમારી વાત સમજુ છું. I understand what you're saying, understand your point. હું તમારી વાત સમજુ છું. હું નથી સમજતો. I don't understand. હું નથી સમજતો. The word for fast is jaldi. એ ખૂબ જલ્દી દોડે છે. એ ખૂબ જલ્દી દોડે છે. He or she runs very fast. Or something that I heard a lot growing up because I was a very slow moving child. Jaldi karo or jaldi kar. Hurry up, right? The opposite is dhimu. Dhimu is slow. So mobile internet khub dhimu chale che. Mobile internet dhimu, khub dhimu chale che. The mobile internet is very slow. જો તમારો ફોન ધીમો ચાલે છે તો નવો ફોનની જરૂર નથી. So if your phone is oh, I didn't write the English here. If your phone is working very slowly, you don't need to buy a new phone. Or maybe a better English translation is you don't necessarily need to buy a new phone. If your phone is working slowly, you don't, it's kind of like an implied necessarily need to buy or you don't necessarily need a new phone. There we go. Okay. Clean, and this is not a verb, but just like literally if something is clean, choku or saf, they're pretty much the same. Choku is kind of like it has more of a pure context, like it almost means pure or spotless, whereas saf literally just means clean. Saf, like just clean. So ainu pani chokku che. So like the water here is very clean, right? So think about that. Ainu pani chokku che. It's very pure, right? It's like spotless. There's not a single germ. Ainu pani chokku che. Whereas like tamaro ordo saf rakho. Just keep your room clean. Like that. See how that second one is more like just clean. Like it's not like pure, it's just clean, right? The opposite is gandu. So આ કપડું ખૂબ ગંદુ છે. આ કપડું Khub gandu che. This cloth is very dirty. Kapru is the word for cloth, by the way. ભારતમાં કેટલા લોકો ગંદુ પાણી પીવે છે? How many people drink dirty water in India? Next one here. Oh, by the way, Bharat, in case you didn't know, Bharat is the word for India. Okay, next. Next one here. Okay, Biju. Biju means another, or it can also mean second. So, Biju pustak che. This is another book. Mane biju kaink જોઈએ છે. I want something else. Biju kaink, by the way, is like another something. Like I want another something. Like biju kaink જોઈએ છે. Another something. In English, we don't say another something. We say something else. The word for last or final is chelu. So a chelo divas che. This is the last day. Or a chelu panu che. This is the last page. To eat, very easy verb, kavu. We're going to let's get to number 150. We'll do 50 today, 50 different words, then we'll do a bunch of practice. So kavu is to eat. Mare safarjan, wait, kavu, there we go. Mare safarjan kavu che. I want to eat an apple. Tame su khao cho? What are you eating? Ene badhu khadu. Ene badhu khadu. He ate everything. To drink is pivu, so હું દૂધ પીવું છું. I drink milk. તમારે પાણી પીવું જોઈએ. You should drink water. Okay, chalvu. There we go. Chalvu is to walk or to function. Function in the context like if something's working or not working. For example, like if we look at this third one, a phone chalse. This phone will work. Like it's going to function. Edhime chale che. He's walking slowly. Roj chalvu saru che. Walking every day is good. By the way, these infinitives, if you've done a little bit of grammar work, these infinitives like chalvu, karvu, kavu, sometimes you can start sentences with them. Like walking is good for you. Water keeps you hydrated. Exercise is healthy. Like these kinds of statements that start with like, actually, I don't like exercise. I don't like that. Exercising is healthy. There we go. Exercising is healthy. Drinking water is important. Walking is very good. Reading makes you smart. Like these ing sentences, when they start the sentence with that, in Gujarati, you generally do that with the vu. Chalvu saru che. Pani pivu saru. Like we just put a vu at the end, vu at the end of the verb and start the sentence that way. Kharab is bad, so easy word here. E adat kharab che. That habit is bad. Adat is a habit. Aje havaman kharab che. The weather is bad today. Or aje, yeah, let's just keep that simple. Okay, the word for today is aje. We've seen this a lot. So aje ravivar che. Today's Sunday. E aje avse. He will come today. The word for tomorrow we've seen, and or yesterday. It's a double meaning word. It's a funny word because it literally means tomorrow or yesterday, and context tells you which one it means. Kale raja che. Tomorrow is a holiday. Hun kale gayo hato. I went yesterday. So again, what tells us if kale means tomorrow or yesterday? We just look at the verb. If it's in the present tense or future tense, then it means tomorrow. If it's in the past tense, like gayo hato, for example, then it's in the past. Then it means yesterday. The word for hour, like 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hours, is kalak. For example, be kalak lagse. It will take 2 hours. This verb lagvu is what we use for like if something's going to take a certain amount of time, we use the verb lagvu. Even though lagvu actually has a completely different meaning, it also can mean take in the context of something taking a certain amount of time. Next one, e roj ek kalak chale che. He walks 1 hour every day. E roj ek kalak chale che. Roj means every day. Minute is minute. We don't even need to really go through example sentences, so let's just move past that. Minute is minute. The word for here is ai or anya. I personally, when I talk, use anya, but when I read, I see more ai. So tame ai beso. You sit here. Maru ghar ai che or maru ghar anya che. My house is here. Ai koi nathi. No one is here. Or anya koi nathi. Ai or anya koi nathi. Okay. The word for there is tia, like way over there. Oh my God, look over there. There's a bird, right? For pink elephant. Tamari chopri tia che. Your book is there. Tamari chopri tia che. હું ત્યાં જઈશ. I will go there. ત્યાં કોણ છે? Who's over there? Who's there? Up, above, or on is upar. You could just say par as well. Par or upar, they're pretty much the same. Chopri table par che or chopri table upar che. You could also add ni if you want. Table ni upar che. Okay. E upar gayo. He went upstairs. Oh yeah, actually, didn't even think of this. Upar also means upstairs. So fun fact. Upar upstairs. Down, below, or under is niche. So bilari table niche che. The cat is under the table. Niche juo. Look down. Inside is under. And that's specifically inside because we already know that ma means in. So really under actually is much more like it can mean in as well, but under tends to be more like inside. So under avo, come in, come inside, right? E under gayo, he went inside. Out or outside is bahar, often pronounced bar. Kutro bar che, the dog is outside. Tame bar jao, go outside. You go outside. Near or close by is najik or passe. They're kind of similar. I'd say najik, if you wanted to just remember one, najik is one you can dismember more easily. Maru ghar najik che, my house is close by. Or gadi dukan passe che, the store, sorry, the gadi, the car. The car is close to the shop. It's near the shop. They're kind of similar. Passe and najik, they're pretty similar. Yeah, kind of interchangeable in a way. So yeah. If something is far or distant, we say dur. Enu ghar ainti bo dur che. His house is very far from here. So this is the key word here. Ainti. Remember, ain is here. T we saw like 7 videos ago or something. T is like from. So from here. Ainti. Station ainti, again, from here, dur che. It is far from here. The station is far from here. In front of is same. It could also mean facing. Let's make it in front of, make it easier actually. Same is in front of. Dukan sharani same che. Dukan sharani same che. The store or shop is in front of the school, right? So ni is usually before same, although not always. Shara same, shara ni same. Mari same juo. Bit of a different sentence that one, isn't it? Mari same juo. Look in front of me. When you say look in front of me, mari same, it means like look at me. That's how they say look at me. It's look in front of me, right? E mari same beto. He was sitting in front of me. Okay, 2 more, then we'll do some practice. Behind or after is pachar. Not after actually, just behind. There we go. Behind is pachar. E ghar ni pachar che. He is behind the house. Mari pachar avo. It's stand behind me, but the word stand isn't here. It's kind of like this come over here behind me. Stand over here behind me. Last one, a good place to end is sathe. Sathe means with. We've seen that a lot already. Humari ben sathe jais. I will go with my sister. Humari ben sathe. Sathe always goes after the person you're going to go with. So ben sathe, mitra sathe, Ezran sathe, Sejal sathe, so-and-so sathe, Raj sathe, whoever, Bob sathe, Emily sathe, so on and so forth. Ame sathe kam kariye chiye. We are working together. Ame sathe, together, kam kariye chiye. We are working together. Mari sathe avo, come with me. Okay, let's do some practice here. We'll do same thing as last time. Let me stop my screen share. I'm going to give you some sentences. I'll say some things. You try to understand, try and translate as well, okay? So let's go back up here. Okay, so let's say it's really windy today. How would you say it's really windy? Like, oh, it's so windy. How do you say that? You can say, bo pavan che. And I can even say, oh, pavan thando che aje. Aje pavan thando che. The wind is cold, right? And maybe the pavan is here, it's windy, it's windy, it's windy. And you look outside, there's a tree, and it's sort of like, it's like wobbling because it's so windy. How do we say a tree? Jhad, right? Like motu jhad. Motu jhad che, right? Maybe on the tree or in the tree we have some birds. How do we say that? That's a word we've seen a lot as well. Pakshi, ne? Pakshi. So pakshi jhad par che. Now maybe there's some flowers. Maybe that we have a nice jhad and there's some pakshi on top, right? And then the jhad makada chamuk flowers che. How do we say flowers? Full, ne? Like a jhad che. Let's find a nice picture of a tree, maybe with some tree with flowers. Let's see if we can find one. Let's see if we can find one here. Being a little slow, but here we go. We can probably find one. Aha, there we go. Lots and lots of nice ones here. So look at this one, right? અહીંયા ઝાડ છે. મને લાગે છે કે મોટું ઝાડ છે. એક મોટું ઝાડ છે. It's a big tree. ને અહીંયા ફૂલો છે, right? Fulo is like flowers in the plural. Fulo che. And we can draw a bird. I'm terrible at drawing, so let's just do this. By the way, I'm actually the worst drawer on planet Earth. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, I have no sense on how to draw things. Like, this is literally my pakshi. A pakshi che. In my mind, birds look like this. A pakshi che. Okay. Looks like a Pokemon. Okay. So, jhad che, fulo che, jhad par pakshi betu che. Okay, let's do a couple more here. So pakshi, okay, so let's do this. So okay, I'm going to talk in Gujarati really slowly. You try and understand. Tab jhad che. Jhad par pakshi che. Na pakshi pakshi ne kain khavu che. Pakshi ne kain khavu che. શું ખાવું છે? પક્ષીને ચોકલેટ જોઈએ છે? ના, ચોકલેટ નહીં. પક્ષીને ફળ જોઈએ છે, ફળ. પક્ષીને ફળ જોઈએ છે. કેમ? કારણ કે પક્ષીને ફળ બહુ ભાવે છે. બહુ ભાવે છે ફળ. કદાચ સ્ટ્રોબેરી કે ખબર નહીં. I actually don't even know. Anyway, so I'll say that all again. So એક ઝાડ છે. There's a tree. ઝાડ પર પક્ષી છે. There's a bird on the tree. Now પક્ષી, what did I say? એને ખાવું છે. પક્ષી ને ખાવું છે. The bird wants to eat. Remember when we have the word want, we're going to have the person doing the wanting plus ne. So like Raj ne something che. Raj ne ખાવું છે. Raj wants to eat. Raj ne પીવું છે. Raj wants to drink. Pakshi ne પીવું છે. The bird wants to drink. Pakshi ne phone જોઈએ છે. Not જોઈએ છે. Pakshi ne I don't know, weird sentence, but Pakshi ne લખવું છે. The bird wants to write. I know it's weird, but whatever. It's what popped in my head. So I said Pakshi ne ખાવું છે. So the bird wants to ખાવું, wants to eat. ને પક્ષીને શું ખાવું છે? What does the bird want to eat? પક્ષીને ફળ જોઈએ છે. So જોઈએ છે is want. So let me actually write this on the screen. We've done this before. This isn't new, but it's a good review anyway. So if I said, for example, પક્ષીને ખાવું છે. The bird wants to eat. પક્ષીને what did I say? Oh shoot, I forgot the sentence now. પક્ષીને oh yes, ફળ. I said ફળ જોઈએ છે. The bird wants fruits. There we go. Fruit, we can say. So just like literally like look at these two sentences for a second. Pakshina kavuche, the bird wants to eat. પક્ષીને ફળ જોઈએ છે. The bird wants a fruit. In both sentences, we have wants. Do you see how to do it differently? So if you want to eat, you want to do like a verb, like an action. It's just પક્ષીને ખાવું છે. Someone ne, રાજને, પક્ષીને, સેજલને, someone ne, right? પક્ષીને ખાવું છે. The bird wants to eat. But if they want something, they don't want to eat, they want an object, like a fruit, right? Now we're going to have પક્ષીને, the thing they want, fud, or fud, or whatever they want, pani, whatever thing they want, જોઈએ છે at the end. So પક્ષીને ફળ જોઈએ છે. So I said, પક્ષી ઝાડ પર છે. The પક્ષી's on the bird, right? ને પક્ષીને ખાવું છે, wants to eat. પક્ષીને ફળ જોઈએ છે. કેમ? કારણ કે પક્ષીને ફળ ભાવે છે. The bird likes fruits. Okay, let's keep going. હવે પક્ષી ઝાડ પર છે. પક્ષી ફળ ખાય છે. નમ ખાય છે. ને પછી પક્ષી એ નીચે જુએ છે. એ જુએ છે નીચે. ને નીચે પક્ષીને પ્રાણી દેખાય છે. પક્ષીને પ્રાણી દેખાય છે. So let's break that down. So પક્ષી ઝાડ પર છે. It's on the bird, on the thing. ખાય છે, it's eating. ફળ ખાય છે, it's eating fruit. પછી પક્ષી નીચે. Nietzsche we saw earlier. Nietzsche is like down, right? Nietzsche જુએ છે. He's looking. Nietzsche જુએ છે. ને પ્રાણી દેખાય છે. પ્રાણી દેખાય છે. દેખાય છે, I think we saw a couple lessons ago. દેખાય છે is like he sees. So he sees a પ્રાણી. Prani we saw today. What's prani? Prani is animal. Like prani દેખાય છે. ને પ્રાણી કૂતરો. એ કૂતરો છે, કૂતરો. Actually, let's put two. બે પ્રાણી દેખાય છે. બે. He sees two animals. બે પ્રાણી દેખાય છે. એક કૂતરો ને એક બિલાડી. એક કૂતરો ને એક બિલાડી. One dog and one cat. Oh, let's do one more. એક કૂતરો, બિલાડી ને ઘોડો. So ત્રણ પ્રાણી, three animals. કૂતરો, બિલાડી, ઘોડો. Let's show those pictures of those three animals. So kutro, easy one. Kutro. Here's some kutro. When it loads. Here we go. Kutro, 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 kutro. Biladi, 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 bunch of biladi, 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 biladi. And of course, ઘોડો. ઘોડો, 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 ઘોડો. Horse. Ta-da, ઘોડો. Bunch of them. All right, let's do something new. Let's have a look here. Okay, I'll give you a sentence. You translate it to Gujarati. Tricky one, though. This is a hard one. Okay, ready? So let's even make it a little bit easier if I can. Let's do eyes are a body part. How would you say the eyes are a body part? Tricky one. It's going to be really hard. We say આંખ શરીરનું અંગ છે. શરીરનું અંગ છે. Remember, અંગ is a body part. અંગ, by the way, fun fact, often અંગ, yeah, this is true. I'm thinking of stuff I've read. Just recently, I was reading something about like hearts. Like, I try and read different types of articles to get different types of vocabulary because I still want to increase my Gujarati level too. I was reading something like heart disease and stuff, and I'm 99% sure that even certain organs, they'll use like could also refer to different organs as well. So fun fact. Okay, let's keep going here. So let's say you know a really handsome man or a really beautiful woman, right? You start dating and તમે વાત કરો છો, તમે રેસ્ટોરન્ટમાં જાઓ છો, ને પછી એક દિવસ તું વિચારે છે, તમે વિચારો છો, right? You're thinking, તમે વિચારો છો. Remember we saw that today as well? Vichar is like a thought or idea. Vicharvu is to think. So પછી એક દિવસ તમે વિચારો છો કે ઓ વાવ, આ સ્ત્રી બહુ સુંદર છે. ને હું વિચારું છું કે oh, I love her. Or મારે કેવું છે I love you. How do you say I love you? હું તને પ્રેમ કરું છું. હું તને પ્રેમ કરું છું. Remember, prem is the word for love. Okay, let's go to some more. Let's look at some more emotion stuff here. So we had, let's see what we can do here. Okay, think about something you're really scared of. Maybe it's spiders. Maybe it's the dark, right? Maybe it's something that really scares you, right? Imagine you like walk into a room and like the thing you fear the most is there. You go, oh no, so scary. How would you say like, oh my God, I'm so scared? How would I say that? There's two different ways to say it. You can say mane beek lage che or mane dar lage che. Dar lage che or beek lage che. Same thing. Mane dar lage che or mane beek lage che. Right? Here it is. Fear or yeah, fear is dar or beek. Okay. So okay, crazy little thing happening now. So you walk into a room, your big fear is there. Oh my God, mane bo beek lage che, right? And now you're so terrified, right? And all of a sudden, like magic, a map shows up out of nowhere, and you're like, oh my God, I got to use this map to escape my fear. How do we say map? Gujarati map sucha. Right? What appears? You're in the scary room. There's a big monster. There's whatever you fear the most is there, right? Beek lageche, right? And you're like, oh my God, I need a map to escape. And you get a map, and it tells you here's the pathway to escape. Naksho. Nakshoche. So you get your naksho, right? You follow your naksho, you run away from the thing, right? And you walk through a door like in Narnia or something like that. And all of a sudden you're like, I'll even show you a nice picture. We can even paint the picture here. You are here. Let's do maybe, actually want one in particular, if I can find something that looks about right. You end up, shoot, I'm not able to find the kind of picture I'm looking for, which is a bit of a shame. That's okay. These all will work. They'll all work. Let's just go to maybe, so you follow your map, you walk through a door, and like Narnia, you're in this little zone here, right? And you're like, what beautiful nature. You're in the middle of nature now, right? How do we say nature in Gujarati? Nature is what Gujarati ma. Pra, kru, prakruti. Ne? So now you're in the nature now, right? Okay, let's switch it up. Let's do some practice in different ways. Let me give you another one here. Let's try. Let's work with the word. Okay, let's do this. So let's go back to those nature pictures. Share my screen. So here's a nice garden. Maybe we do this one here on the right. That's a nice garden. How would you say like, oh my God, that's such a beautiful garden? How do you say that? Oh wow, that's a beautiful garden. A sundar, sundar we saw over here, right? Sundar bagicho. Bagicho is up here under, where is it? I lost it, but it's under one of these ones. Bagicho is here somewhere. Bagicho is a garden. A sundar bagicho. Che. Let's go to this one here on the left, right? Sundar bagichama. A sundar bagichama su che? I'll ask you that question. A sundar bagichama su che? What does that mean? A sundar bagicha. What's in this beautiful garden? A sundar bagichama su che? Let's start to label it together. A su che? झाड़ Eche झाड़ Asuche. I'm not sure if I've seen this word recently, but we've done it in these videos at some point. Ache, probably I guess it's a palung, I guess. Maybe a nadi. No, it's not. It's too small for a nadi. Let's just say it's not palung, sorry. Palung, oh my God, that'd be so funny. If it was a palung, that'd be hilarious. Palung is a bed. I got mixed up. Tarao, sorry. Palung. Ha, so funny. Tarao. Tarao che, like a lake, maybe. Maybe a very small lake. It's kind of hard to tell. Tarao che. Nyasu che. Ache patthar. 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 પથ્થર છે. We haven't done bridge yet, so we'll skip that. Ghas che. We haven't done that either. Ghas is the word for grass. Ghas. Okay. Last time we did the word for sky. Up here we can see the sky. Akash. Akash che. If we can just combine these two pictures, aya full che aya, right? Aya full che. There is a flower here. Aya full che. Okay. Let's do a bit more practice. Let's do a bit more practice, then we'll finish today's video. Let's do a lightning round. I'll give you a word. You tell me how to say it. What do we call a room in Gujarati? You could say room, ek room. That's an option. But the Gujarati word is ordo. Let's look at some really nice ordo. Let's find some pictures of really nice rooms. There we go. Ordo, ordo, ordo. All these ordo. This looks more like a rasodu to me. Rasodu is a kitchen, right? But ordo, these are all different rooms. Ordo. 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 Okay. What about if someone's very tall or something's very long? Kub lambu. Lambu che, right? Very, very long. What if you're asking someone a question? You're like, I'm going to ask you a question, right? Marek Prash, we can simplify it. I'm asking a question. Like, hey, I'm asking a question. હું પ્રશ્ન પૂછું છું. I'm asking a question. હું પ્રશ્ન પૂછું છું. Okay, let's have a look here. Okay, I got a good one. I'm going to show you a picture. Here we go. Okay, all these people who are running, right? They're running really, really fast. How do you say fast in Gujarati? Nice dog, kutro. Jaldi, right? Jaldi dore che. You could say, for example, a purush or a manas, jaldi dore che. A pakshi jaldi dore che. A stri jaldi dore che. Is that a bear? It looks like a bear. I don't think it is, but it looks like a bear to me. A rinch jaldi dore che. Two-legged bear. Yeah, so jaldi dore che. Perfect. What is the opposite of jaldi? So fast and slow. What's slow? Dhimu or dhime could also work in some contexts. Dhime or dhimu. Okay, imagine you walk into a house. Let's speak in Gujarati a bit. You try to understand. તો એક દિવસ તમે બહાર ચાલો છો, પછી તમે ઘરમાં જાઓ. એક ઘરમાં તમે અંદર જાઓ. Okay, તમે અંદર જાઓ. Remember under is inside, right? તમે અંદર જાઓ. ને આ ઘર સાફ છે. આ ઘર સાફ છે. આ ઘર ગંદુ નથી. આ ઘર સાફ છે. So you're outside, તમે બહાર છો. You are outside, તમે બહાર છો. We saw the word for outside today. તમે બહાર છો. પછી તમે ઘરમાં જાઓ. Then you go inside of a house. તમે અંદર જાઓ. You should go inside. ને આ ઘર સાફ છે. This house is clean. પછી તમે બીજા ઘરમાં જાઓ. તમે બીજા ઘરમાં. What's biju? Biju, bijo, biji, bija. What is that? Means another. તમે બીજા ઘરમાં જાઓ. You go to another house. ને આ ઘર સાફ નથી. આ ઘર ગંદુ છે. ગંદુ. What's gandu? Gandu is dirty, disgusting, gross. આ ગંદુ છે આ ઘર. આ બીજું ઘર ગંદુ છે. Let's see here. Okay, let's paint a really kind of gross picture, but let's roll with it. So ganda gharma. So you're still in the house. Okay, you're still in the gandu ghar. You're still in the dirty house. A ganda gharma tame તમે રસોડામાં જાઓ. So તમે રસોડામાં જાઓ. Rasodu, I'll show you a picture of it. I'll just tell you. Rasodu is a kitchen. So imagine a really gandu rasodu, a really disgusting kitchen. A gandu rasodu. Picture one in your mind. તમે ગંદા રસોડામાં જાઓ ને તમે વિચારો છો. તમે વિચારો છો. You're thinking. તમે વિચારો છો. મારે કંઈક ખાવું છે. મારે મારે કંઈક ખાવું છે. I want to eat something. મારે કંઈક ખાવું છે. મારે કંઈક ખાવું છે ને મારે કંઈક પીવું છે. મારે કહો actually મારે કંઈક પીવું. Like that, drink, right? મારે કંઈક પીવું છે. તો તમે આ કિચન તમે રસોડામાં તમે ચાલો છો અને તમે શોધો છો કે હું શું ખાઉં, હું શું ખાઉં, હું શું પીવું. Right? So you're walking. તમે શોધો છો. You're looking around. શોધો છો. હું શું ખાઉં, શું પીવું. ના કિચન સોરી આ રસોડું ગંદુ છે. It's very dirty. બહુ ગંદુ છે. ને તમે ચાલો છો, ચાલો છો, ચાલો છો. ને પછી તમે what can I make you find? આ ગંદા રસોડામાં તમને મેગી હા તમારે શું ખાવું છે તમને મેગી નૂડલ્સ જોઈએ છે તમને મેગી નૂડલ્સ જોઈએ છે ના રસોડામાં મેગી નૂડલ્સ છે so Maggi noodles are instant noodles right or like pot noodle Maggi noodle છે રસોડામાં okay let's leave that there I can't think of more to say okay let's do a couple more what have we not done here okay a couple of lightning round ones how do you say bad in Gujarati what is the word for bad bad is kharab kharab what about today tomorrow yesterday how do we say those words so today aje tomorrow and yesterday same word kale kale how do we say hour like 1 hour 2 hours 3 hours 4 hours kalak right kalak we've done the word here quite a bit anya we did that a lot today andar we did a second ago bad we did a second ago how do we say on and on top of and below par or upar both are fine and below niche niche okay there's a few more but I think that's a good place to stop today it's been long enough so thank you very much for watching hope this is helpful and next time we will keep going here on our way we're going to truck our way slowly to your first 500 or so words and that's going to be a big milestone for you so thanks for watching these videos hope it's helpful see you next time Aujo bye